haven't seen this one yet. The Matt Walsh show, America Will Never Be the Same, after the Charlie Kirk assassination. Matt goes pretty fucking hard, so it's gonna be interesting to see like what he has to say here.
About what has happened
Mr.
over the past
Anti-anime,
24
yeah.
hours.
He
I
doesn't
have
like
a lot
anime.
to say, and I also don't know what to say at the same time. I'm devastated, heartbroken, and very, very angry. And I'll try to talk through some of that today. There is a lot of news breaking about this shooting, and
I can see Matt being the one who gets the most outwardly angry. Like everyone else is gonna try to like maintain like a little bit of composure when it comes to like being on like a stream. I can see Matt just going fucking
hunt for the assassin. As I record this, most of the reports that are coming in are unconfirmed. So I'm not going to comment on any of those specifics until the details are confirmed. But for now, I just want to talk about Charlie and who he was, the legacy that he leaves behind, and a little bit about where we go from here. Now, last time I saw my friend Charlie Kirk in person was when I appeared with him on stage at the TPUSA Pastor Summit back in the spring. And I spoke with him backstage beforehand and told him, as I had several times before, that I was incredibly impressed by this institution and this movement that he built. But he wasn't interested in listening to me compliment him. He deflected, as always, and started talking, asking me about myself and saying nice and encouraging things. A few months before that, in the wake of Trump's victory, Charlie made a point of posting something on X to give me partial credit for helping Trump win. And it was one of the very few times that I disagreed with something that Charlie said.
Amalgamai, thank you so much for the kick sub. Thank you so much. How you doing?
The truth is that he was the primary reason why Trump won. It was his organizing and advocacy and activism and mobilization that helped to turn the tide. And yet he wanted to give the credit to other people, even people who didn't deserve it. And that's the kind of guy that Charlie was. A very rare type in the world today, even rarer in this business. So it may seem like a small thing, but Charlie's desire to give other people credit, to point to and praise and lift up other people rather than himself, is one of the most profound testaments to his character. Charlie was a truly great man, great in personal virtue, great in achievement, great in his talents. He was a builder, he was an organizer, he was a fighter, which is a rare combination in this movement. You got a bunch of big personalities who can inform, entertain, hold your attention on stage or in front of a camera. And then you have the organizers who know how to orchestrate and build and harness those personalities and point them in the right direction. Charlie was one of the only guys I ever knew who was truly great in both areas. He was a one-of-a-kind talent. Everyone who knew him, and so many who did not know him personally, could tell that he was destined to be the president of the United States one day. I would have been proud to vote for him. Tens of millions of Americans felt the same way.
I would have voted for him.
Charlie was brave. He would go anywhere, talk to anyone. He would debate anyone in any environment. He trusted in his own vast rhetorical skill and in the rightness of his ideas. And most of all, as a man of deep faith, he trusted in the Lord.
The thing about Trump, though, is I like Trump specifically because he's brash. Because I'm just kind of like, I feel like you need somebody like kind of that's going to actually push forward with stuff really hard.
I don't know if he had Isaiah 41:10 written as a mantra in his house somewhere, but it certainly seemed to be written on his heart, at least. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed.
Yeah, Charlie would be good.
For
He'd
I am
have a
your
good
God.
heart for it.
I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. He knew that the Lord was with him, protecting him, guiding his thoughts and his words, which is really the only way to explain Charlie's nearly supernatural ability to win every debate he ever had with anyone. God had called him to this moment and blessed him as he rose to it again and again. Charlie was a patriot. He loved America. He fought for her every day. He died for her. His central ambition was not for his own personal advancement, but for the well-being and flourishing of this country. For Charlie, Make America Great Again, that was not just a slogan on a hat. It was his mission. It was his great project. And he did more to complete that mission than you could ever expect one man to do. Most importantly of all, of course, Charlie was a husband and a father. He loved his family dearly. You didn't have to know him or ever meet him in person to know that about him. It came across in everything he said and did.
The video with like his daughter like running up to him like after, dude.
This was clearly a man who cherished his family, would have died to make a better world for them.
Isn't it crazy how much the psychos like hate that? They hate that so much. They were so happy. They were so happy like seeing that video of like the daughter running up to him and knowing that would never happen again. And they were so happy about it. And they were like, yes, good. We saved her from him. Like actually unreal. Like, and the thing that really sucks a lot is you gotta imagine she's gonna grow up and she's gonna see all those videos, like all of those videos that people made, like cheering the death of like, you know, her dad. She's gonna grow up knowing those exist and seeing them. Yeah.
And did. And now he's gone. We've seen him die right in front of our eyes on stage. He died while trying to have a free and civil debate, which is all that he ever did. He didn't insult, he didn't defame, he didn't shout.
And that's why I think that there has to be, like, justice must be served for what they did, appropriate justice, right? Like, if you're cheering the death of somebody, then let's let everyone know about it and see if they want to associate with that, right? Because there's no way, like, you know, even if like you call me a Nazi, right? You're like, oh, like Leaflit's a Nazi. I can talk about it. I can sit down and I can talk about it. I can say, well, you know, I'm not really a Nazi, and like, here's why. I don't believe in these things. This is what I believe. And, you know, now we can understand each other, right? But with them, how do you explain that? How do you explain that? How do you explain cackling maniacally like a fucking witch at like a little girl's dad being shot in the neck? How do you sit down and have a conversation? And I say, well, explain it then. If you're not a bad person for this, explain it, right? You can't explain it. And that's why everyone should know about it, I think. I think everybody should know about it, and the consequences should be had there. There's no misunderstanding. There's none of that. It's exactly what they say it was. It's exactly how they said it. There's no other explanation. So these people need the consequences of that, because justice needs to be served for the little girl who's going to grow up and have to see all that shit. Because at least the justice will be served that they got fired from their job from it or something like that.
Out anyone down. He invited everyone to come and speak to him to prove him wrong. And for that, they killed him. I have to tell you that as a fellow conservative in the public eye, you know, I always worried that.
Do you want a hate speech law? You mean me? No. Hate's like, I don't know if you're talking to me, but like freedom of speech only applies in terms of like the government, basically. If you're an asshole and a private person is like, I don't want to deal with you because you're like a huge fucking asshole who like laughed maniacally at the death of a person, then that's up to them to not do business with you. In fact, I don't know if you're making this argument, and it's fine if you're not, because I'm arguing this against, because I know this is an argument that like people on the left would make. So I might be straw manning your argument, but that straw man is like a real thing that the left would say. So it's a good thing to fight against. Even if they did believe that, that's what they've been doing the whole time. So like, what are we even talking about? What are we even talking about? Like, you've been calling people, you know, you've been calling people Nazis, you've been canceling people for playing Hogwarts Legacy. Like, this is their playbook. They've been doing this. So what the fuck are we even talking about?
It would come to this, that eventually they would start killing us. But I never thought it would be Charlie. He was the nicest, most generous and charitable of us. Far less inflammatory.
Sorry, I do have to address that. Originally, I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm shocked that it was Charlie and they didn't attempt this on like, you know, other people who are more incendiary, right? Like a lot of the other like right-wing commentaries are far more like, I guess you would consider incendiary, like as in like they're the way they say things is a lot more mean. And originally I thought it doesn't make sense. Like, why did they go for Charlie? Why did they go for him instead of like a more incendiary person, right? But the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense that like he was the most effective in terms of like crafting his arguments and being accepting in a way that would turn the most amount of people. Like the temperance, like the temperance and like the willingness to like kind of come at it from like a little bit of a softer angle, but still firm in beliefs. It turns far more people than hardcore rhetoric, right? Hardcore rhetoric a lot of the times is preaching to the choir, right? Like if you're like really like mean about it, well, not mean, but like, you know, you're much more harsh in like the way you say things, you're more rallying up the base rather than you are actually converting people. Charlie Kirk was good at converting people, which is like why he was so dangerous.
Than plenty of other people in this space, myself included. And they killed him in spite of that. Or not in spite, but because he was too effective. He was too.
Some uncle says perhaps maybe a specific person hated Charlie so much they wanted to kill him. That is possible too. It is possible that like none of that analysis even like factors in because it was a more personal thing, or perhaps it was a personal thing from the point of view of like a single person, or perhaps an entity or a country.
Too widely beloved, especially among the younger generations.
I don't want to kill myself right now. I'm 100% fine with my life, and I do not want to hurt myself, for the record.
So they killed him. I can only be honest with you in this moment and tell you that I am sad, I am heartbroken, and I am full of rage. If you want a
Thank you.
kumbaya message of unity and togetherness, you will not.
Also add that evil loves to defile beauty above all else, and Charlie had a beautiful soul. True.
Get it from me. Over the past 24 hours, I've seen some in the media, some of the very same people who intentionally stoked murderous hatred against people like Charlie Kirk and Charlie Kirk specifically.
Thanks, Unskilled.
Now saying that
You
we need
too.
to turn down the temperature and start having conversations.
Oh, yep. Here's that.
Well, Charlie tried to have conversations with you on the left,
Yeah.
and you killed him for it.
Yep.
You're killing us in our churches. You tried to kill our president. You killed one of our greatest advocates in Charlie Kirk. You have been openly cheering for and celebrating and encouraging and committing political violence for years. Antifa, BLM, well-funded, highly orchestrated,
Man.
widespread movements
Matt
based
is
in
tired.
and fueled by violence.
He's fucking pissed.
Made a hero out of Luigi Mangione.
True.
And you celebrate Charlie's death even now.
Yep.
It's too late to turn the temperature down.
Shit.
This is not a time to hold hands. It's a time for justice. This is a time for good to fight back against evil. It is time for the righteous to prevail for the sake of our country and for our families and our children and for Charlie. And many of you have seen all the myriad posts and videos from leftist demons celebrating Charlie's death. I know we want to tell ourselves that these are fringe voices, but they aren't. There's a very large group of people out there who want us dead. Even in Congress, they tried to have a moment.
Wait, they found the shooter? Wait, what? Are you guys just trolling? Did I just get one guide? I don't see anything. There are some interesting breaking news though. We can look at this interesting breaking news after, but there's a couple points of breaking news that actually just broke as in the last 2 hours. We can take a look at it, but let's finish this video first.
Moment of silence after Charlie's passing, but Democrats jeered and heckled in Congress. This is who they are. Not on the fringes, in the main. They could not possibly make themselves any clearer about it. But I do want to say this. When I see these rodents...
The video is over there. Where? Are you trolling me? Oh my God.
Bloating now over the death of my friend. I'm, of course, disgusted by it. Yet also, I truly see it as a powerful tribute to Charlie's life and work. Charlie had many friends who loved him dearly, many fans who adored and admired him. That's without a doubt the greatest testament to the sort of man he was, no question about it. But as a true culture warrior, it must be said that the evil gloating of his enemies are accolades in their own right. May we all be so successful and productive that our enemies celebrate when we die. May we all be so devastating to the leftist project that they long for our demise. May we all fight so hard and so effectively that they have no choice but to try to kill us. May our lives be a problem for these people.
Damn.
And our deaths a relief. Let them dance on my grave as they dance on Charlie's. Then I will know that I did my duty. Our opponents should be happy when we leave the ring. If they aren't, then we didn't punch hard enough. Charlie punched harder than anyone. He did it with a smile. He did it through speech and debate. He did it non-violently, but he was a devastating fighter all the same. And his opponents are overjoyed because they think they've gotten rid of him, but they're wrong. They have gravely misjudged the situation.
I think so, yeah.
The only thing more powerful than a living fighter is a martyred one. In life, Charlie motivated and rallied us to put on the armor of God and fight for what we believe in. In death, he motivates and rallies us all the more.
People are like super fucking pissed about what happened, and it is kind of annoying. Like I can see Matt being annoyed at the people going, okay guys, like, you know, what happened, like, let's simmer down now, like, you know, like, kumbaya. I can see like why like Matt would hate that and would think that that's fucking irritating as hell, right? Not a single young American has been moved further left by this assassination. That's true. That's true for Ben and Gabago. Like it was, I think it was like a gross miscalculation in that like it's gonna set off the hornet's nest, right? And just, yeah. And just the way that they acted after it was like just the icing on the cake for like everybody being like, I don't want nothing to do with this anymore.
I want to be very clear that we will not back down after this. We will not shrink away or go into hiding. We will not fall silent. We will not walk in fear. We will stand taller and prouder than we ever have and be louder and bolder than we've ever been and fight harder than we've ever fought.
He's about to cry, man. Holy shit.
You know, they think they can kill the movement by killing us, but in the
Sniff.
entire history of the world, that strategy has never worked. And it won't work now. I promise you that. You can kill a man. You can shoot him in the neck on stage. You can spill his blood for the whole world to see, but you cannot kill a cause, especially when that cause is nothing else but love of God, love of country, love of family. That cause is truth. You can't kill the truth. No matter how many of us you shoot, you cannot kill it. You know, many of us conservatives on the public stage have seen the death threats and death wishes over the last several hours. Leftists across social media are making their wish list of who they'd like to see assassinated next.
Yeah, they have been doing that.
You know, I've seen my name on the list. Ben's is on it.
They put Ben
Many
and
other names.
Candace on it as well.
I do think the chances of a copycat event are very high. I do. And that's why I feel that it's important for me to say that I'm not going to back down. I'm not.
If they do a copycat event, that's like some Civil War shit, dude. Like I'm just being real. Like I think if that happens again, it's so fucked. Like it's beyond fucked at that point. Like there's gonna be like SMH. Yeah, it'd be so fucking over, man.
Not going to hide. None of us will. None of us. Because if we back down, then the demons who killed Charlie will win, and they cannot win. They will not win. The day before his death, Charlie posted a picture of Irina, the young woman who was killed on the light rail in Charlotte, and he added a short.
Always a new levels, dude. It's so annoying because you're gonna have like these freaking actual like you're gonna have like these actual like far right like ideology like freaking Nazi like actual Nazi people coming up trying to like take traction now. It's fucking annoying.
Caption, America will never be the same, you wrote. Amen. You had no idea how right you were, my friend. America will never be the same. It will be better.
Welcome to history.
Thanks in large part to your work, your life.
I did say that like this is the they're summoning like you know they're summoning him again basically. The people the hardcore leftists are summoning him again.
Legacy, your example, America will ultimately be a better place, but there's a lot more to be done in the meantime. The fight continues. You finished your race, Charlie. You fought the good fight. You kept the faith, and now we'll take it from here, and we won't give up until the work is done. Then you can rest in peace, knowing that. Godspeed.
Yep. Man, he wasn't that old either, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.